some welders open their own businesses and pursue that part. But what happens to the majority that end up staying stuck behind the helmet? And that is what we're here to discuss today. Good morning, guys, and welcome to this episode of Quality Time with Owen Francis. I'm going to be your host. My name is Owen Francis. Today is going to be a top topic. Most of the time, a welder will weld for the rest of his life, right? Long and short. There is the other occasion where a welder makes a jump out of a welding into maybe inspection or maybe into supervision. So while you're here, please hit the subscribe button, give me a nice thumbs up, and put a comment in the comments below. Let's have a chat about it. If you disagree with what I'm saying, or maybe you want to just make a contribution, I'd love to hear from you. So diving straight in. Why is it important for us to sit down and have a conversation about the sort of career path that is available for welders, right? And let's talk about it briefly. So sometimes you get an instance where you come onto site as an assistant and you have an opportunity to learn welding during your tea breaks and your lunch times, like I did. Or sometimes you have a little bit of funds, you go to a training center where you learn how to weld, and that's fantastic. But then as soon as we get onto site and we employed as welders, what then? What's next for us? And that's why I want to have this conversation. And I want to talk about some options that a welder can take from a welder to whatever, right? Whatever it is that you're passionate about, that has the potential to grow you as an individual. Because let's be honest, with growth comes, I'm not going to say great responsibility, but with growth comes opportunity and comfort, leisure. Maybe even a little bit of luxury comes with growth as well. So we want to say, what can we do as welders to take us from welding to whatever it is that the options are on the opposite side? Or let's remember, we want to be welding for so many years, however many years this is. So we want to get into training. We want to be welding for so many years, and in those years we want to be looking at basically not an exit plan, but a growth plan for welders. So what can we do? Because let's face it, guys, working in construction, you don't really have a career, you have a job. Because the project will start, you'll get the job, and the project will finish and the job will end. So we wanna build a career for ourselves as artisans, particularly welders. So the first option, like I mentioned, is you can obviously be a supervisor, foreman. Look at studying stuff that will put you in a position where you are likely to be promoted to supervisor. And experience is one, yeah, that's great, but another one is also education. So look, that's one option. The second option is obviously inspection. So going from welding, you understand exactly what welding is. Moving into welding inspection, look, it makes sense, right? Look at going into inspection, and there's two inspection options. There is a CSWIP option, and there is an SAIW. There's also the option for responsible welding coordinator in accordance with ISO 3834. The final thing that I'd like to share with you guys, maybe not the final thing, but one of the options that I'd love to share with you guys is also quality management. So you could look at developing your career towards quality management. And now this is where the career starts to form. Now you're in a place where you're very valuable to the industry because you've got years of experience as a welder. Maybe you've supervised, maybe you've come to inspection, and now you're looking at management. That's also an option for you. And then, well, ultimately, you could open your own business as a contractor providing welding services, piping, vessels, and tanks. First option for you, which is a really excellent one, is you could look at doing a degree in mechanical engineering. You can go the FET route and do your N1s up until 6, and then finally a crossover to do your mechanical engineering degree, and that's beautiful. From welder, yeah, it's possible for you. You can do it. You can look at doing a degree in electrical engineering, right? You can look at doing a qualification as a planner. Planners are amazing. I've got a friend, his name is Zane Dempsey. Kudos, Zane. This guy is the best planner in the world, hands down. I'm not going to discuss his rates because it'll blow your mind, but planning is an option. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope you found it valuable, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up, please subscribe, and don't forget, if you'd like to leave a comment, you're welcome to do so. Thank you so much.